Is your car shifting hard or acting lazy? Before you brace for a $1,000 repair bill, what if the fix is a simple reset you can do for free, right in your driveway? This one simple trick could save you a fortune, so stick around. Number 1. The brain of your transmission. What is adaptive learning? To find out why a reset can work, you need to know what's actually in charge of your transmission. Tucked away in your car's electronics is a computer called the Transmission Control Module, or TCM. Think of it as the dedicated brain that does nothing but manage your automatic transmission. Its entire job is to make sure your car is in the right gear at the right time, giving you a smooth and efficient ride. The TCM is in constant communication with the engine, watching your speed, how hard you're hitting the gas, and a dozen other things. But it does something even smarter than just shifting gears. It learns. This feature is called adaptive learning. Over thousands of miles, your TCM learns and adapts to your personal driving style and the slow, gradual wear of the parts inside the transmission. If you have a lead foot, the TCM learns to hold gears longer and shift more aggressively. If you drive like you're chauffeuring a sleeping baby, it adapts to give you silky smooth, early shifts to save fuel. It's also making tiny adjustments to fluid pressure to compensate for the natural wear on the clutches, keeping the shifts feeling crisp even as the transmission ages. So where does it all go wrong? Well, this learned data, these adaptive strategies, can become outdated or just plain wrong for the car's current situation. Think about it. Maybe you just bought the car used. The TCM is still shifting based on the last owner's habits, not yours. Maybe your teenager borrowed the car for a week and drove it differently. Or maybe you just replaced the battery and that power interruption scrambled some of the learned values. In these cases, the TCM is working from a bad script. The result? Rough shifting, hesitation, and poor fuel economy. It feels like the transmission is failing, but the hardware might be perfectly fine. The problem is in the software, and a software problem can often have a software solution. By clearing out that old, confused data, you force the TCM to start fresh and relearn how to shift properly based on how you are driving the car right now. Number 2, the critical first step before you reset anything. Okay, I know you're ready to try a reset, but I need you to pump the brakes for a second. This is without a doubt the most important part of this entire video. A TCM reset is a powerful diagnostic tool, but it is not a magic wand. It will not fix a transmission that is physically broken. The hard truth is that many transmission problems are caused by real physical issues, and the single most common culprit is low, old, or burnt transmission fluid. That fluid is the lifeblood of your transmission. It cools, it cleans, and it provides the hydraulic pressure needed to actually engage the gears. So before you try any reset, the very first thing you must do is check your transmission fluid. On many traditional automatics, you do this with the engine running and warmed up, and the shifter in park or neutral. But listen up, a ton of newer cars have sealed transmissions with no dipstick at all. Your owner's manual is your absolute best friend here. You have to check it for the specific procedure for your car. If you do have a dipstick, pull it, wipe it, reinsert it all the way, and pull it again. First, check the level. If it's low, you have a leak that needs to be fixed. Just topping it off is a band-aid on a bigger problem. Second, look at the fluid's condition. Healthy fluid is often a bright, translucent red, but some brands use other colors like amber or blue, so don't panic if it's not red. The real red flags are fluid that's dark brown or black, or smells burnt. If you see shiny metal flakes in the fluid, that's a major warning sign of internal damage. If your fluid is low, dark, or full of glitter, a reset is not your answer right now. That's a clear signal of a deeper problem, most likely mechanical or hydraulic, that needs professional attention. Your top priority is figuring out why the fluid is in bad shape. But if you check your fluid and the level is correct and it looks and smells healthy, then you are the perfect candidate to keep going. It means there's a good chance your issue really is just in the software. Number 3, the zero-cost diagnostic. 3 ways to try a reset. All right, your fluid is good, but your shifts are bad. Welcome to the zero-cost diagnostic. We're going to try and fix this without spending a dime. I'm going to show you 3 methods, from the most debated to the most reliable. Method 1. The pedal dance, a highly debated trick. This first one is the source of endless arguments on car forums. Let me be crystal clear, this does not work on all cars. In fact, its actual effect on the transmission is highly debatable. However, on some specific models, you'll hear it mentioned with certain older Mercedes, Fords, or Chryslers. Owners swear this sequence resets something. Sometimes it's the throttle response, not the transmission, but since that can affect how the car feels, and since it's free and takes 2 minutes, it's worth a shot. Here's the dance. Get in and close the door. Turn the key to the on position, dash lights on, but the engine is off. Don't start it. Next, immediately press the gas pedal all the way to the floor. Push it past the resistance until you feel a little click. That's the kickdown switch. Now hold the pedal to the floor for about 30 seconds. Just be patient. While still holding the pedal down, turn the key back to the off position. Don't pull the key out. Now you can release the pedal. Finally, just sit there. Don't open the door, don't touch anything. Wait for at least 2 minutes. Supposedly, this is when the magic happens. After waiting, you can start the car and see if you notice a difference. If nothing changed, don't worry. It probably just means your car isn't one of the few that responds to this trick. On to the next method. Method 2. The battery disconnect, a forced reboot. This next method is a bit old school, but it's a more universal approach. The idea is to completely cut power to the car's electronics to force them to reboot and clear out their temporary memory, known as the Keep Alive Memory, KAM. Here's the right way to do it. Car off, key out, open the hood and find your battery. You'll need a wrench for the negative battery terminal, marked with a minus sign. Now this is critical. Always disconnect the negative terminal first. Your car's whole metal frame is a ground. If you work on the positive side first and your wrench touches the terminal and any other metal part, you'll create a huge, dangerous spark. Disconnecting the negative first breaks the circuit and makes everything safer. Loosen the nut, pull the cable off, and tuck it away so it can't touch the battery post. To be extra sure all the power is drained, get in the car and press the horn for about 30 seconds. You might get a sad, fading honk. This helps drain any leftover juice in the system's capacitors. Now you wait. Give it at least 30 minutes. After waiting, reconnect in the reverse order. Positive terminal first, if you removed it, and the very last thing you reconnect is the negative cable. Tighten it down. Keep in mind, this will reset everything. Your radio presets, your clock, your trip meter, a small price to pay if it fixes your shifting. Method 3, the professional approach at home, using an OBD2 scanner. This third and final method is, by far, the most reliable and targeted way to do a reset. This is the modern way, and it's the closest you'll get to what a dealer technician does first. It involves using a proper OBD2 scan tool. Now, not all scanners are the same. That cheapo $20 code reader in your glove box probably won't cut it. Those are just for reading and clearing generic trouble codes. To reset transmission adaptations, you need a more advanced bi-directional scan tool. These are tools that don't just read data, they can send commands to your car's computers. They're a bit more of an investment, usually in the $100 to $300 range, but they are an incredibly powerful tool for any serious DIYer. These scanners have manufacturer-specific menus. You'll look for options like Reset Transmission Adaptations, Clear Adaptive Tables, or Reset CAM. The process is simple. Plug the scanner into the OBD2 port under your dash. Turn the ignition to on, engine off. Navigate the scanner's menus to your vehicle's make and model, find the transmission control module, and look for the reset command. Select it, and the scanner sends a direct order to the TCM to wipe its memory. It's precise, it's fast, and there's no guesswork. You know for sure the reset happened. This is the gold standard for a DIY reset. Number 4, the relearning process. What to expect after the reset. So you've done the reset. What now? Don't expect perfection the second you start the car. In fact, for the first few shifts, it might feel clunky or even a little worse. Don't panic. This is totally normal and is actually a good sign. You've just wiped the TCM's memory. It's a blank slate running on a basic factory map. Now you have to teach it how to drive again. To do this right, start by letting the car warm up completely. Then, start driving gently. From a stop, accelerate slowly and smoothly, letting the transmission shift up through all the gears. Do this several times. Try to drive at different speeds, some stop and go city traffic, and if you can, get on a highway to let it cruise in top gear. The TCM is monitoring everything you do to re-establish the shift points. Some pros also recommend, while stopped with your foot on the brake, shifting from park to reverse, waiting a few seconds, then to drive, waiting again, and back a few times to help it relearn engagement pressures. For the first 50 miles or so, take it easy. No full throttle launches or hard braking. You want to give the computer clean, consistent data to learn from. The weird shifts should gradually smooth out. After a few drives, you'll know if the reset did the trick. We've covered a lot today. We talked about your transmission's brain, why you absolutely must check your fluid first, in 3 different ways to try a reset: the long shot pedal dance, the old school battery disconnect, and the pro level scanner reset. Here's the main takeaway. An electronic reset is a powerful, often free diagnostic step. It's one of the first things you should try when you have shifting problems. While it's not a cure-all, especially if there's a real mechanical problem, it tackles the software side that often gets overlooked. Before you resign yourself to a massive repair bill, trying this in your driveway is one of the smartest moves you can make. For some people, this simple reset is all it takes to get their car running smoothly again. If this video helped you out or taught you something new, do me a huge favor and hit that thumbs up button. And make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more money-saving tips that put you in control of your car. And now the most important part, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Tell us the year, make, and model of your car, which method you tried, and what happened. Did it work? Did it do nothing? Your feedback is absolute gold, and it helps everyone else watching who is dealing with the same frustrations. Thanks for watching, and good luck.